Reality.tv.
Welcome back to the Australian Beach Ultimate Championships. It's day 2 here, and we are really getting down to the pointy end of the competition. I'm Rob Swan, and I'm joined here with Oakley Rynan. How are you doing this morning?
Very well, thanks, Rob. It's been a really ripper morning of Frisbee here. The sun is shining, stark contrast to what we saw yesterday. So we're really looking forward to a good game out here this morning between House Party and Sandstorm.
Yeah, absolutely. Sandstorm from all around, relatively Queensland-based, but just a lot of veteran experience coming together as House Party, the defending champions from Sydney. It's going to be a really, really good game, and I'm glad that we've got a bit of heat, bit of sun, weather we really paid for, you know?
It's definitely going to be like a really good game to see. Sandstorm definitely have the wisdom and the experience, you could say, but can't discredit House Party. They are the reigning champions, and they have the youth, and they definitely have a lot of experience, a lot of representative experience between both teams.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to a cracking game.
Starting out with a point with 3 men being played on each of the teams. Of course, the rule is that we play 2 points each way. So at the start, we'll play 3 men, and then there will be 2 points of 3 women, and then 2 points of 3 men, and so on and so forth. As this is really a top of the pool clash, or very close to it. House Party coming in undefeated, Sandstorm with a couple of losses, but House Party looking to retain their number 1 seeding in the pool and therefore a semi-final berth with another win here. Sandstorm fighting to get into it here. They're a little bit of a 3-way tie, a few teams, a few upsets, unexpected results earlier, so that second semi-finals berth out of this pool is really anyone's game at the moment as House Party goes to the pool. And
that first pool seems to be bricked, being fielded by John Damiani. Perth pick up there for Sandstorm.
Very, very, very experienced thrower at a very high level. And bringing in the disc give Sandstorm, looks to shoot, immediately goes long.
Has Aldon, but just too much.
Yeah. Bit of an ambitious shot to open the game from Sandstorm. Forrest will bring up the disc for House Party, and they'll work it all the other way. You can see House Party coming out in this 2-3 horror. It's been one of the staples. I think found that a lot of teams have found that it works. It really threatens deep and allows players to get under. As Connell finds the disc, shoots long. Wolf is underneath this one, but Knott's in the area. Oh, and Forrest comes screaming through.
Nowhere.
Oh, he's looking for Wolf in space. Not open. Great patience from Forrest here. Looking to reset the disc. Eventually goes around, goes inside, finds Wolf on a late cut. And that's House Party. 1-0 to open the scoring.
House Party with the early break. Obviously, they pulled first there, so they've got the early break. Sandstorm already down 1. Don't want to be having this happen multiple times in a row. Let these guys out to a big lead, and then there'll be no coming back from that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be interesting to see if Sandstorm look to play that same game that they're playing at the moment, look to keep this one going with a whole lot of long looks, or if they're change pace a bit. Let's see what they've got up their offensive sleeve.
I'm sure they're going to have many tricks up their sleeve with the amount of experience with a team like that. Surely there's many tricks to the trade.
Absolutely. I mean, it's maybe just a little bit of settling into the game. You know, want to run your way into it. It's a bit of a shaky start, but you know, it's only 1 turnover, and House Party with a great punish off the back of a nice shot from Rory Connell. A lot of these House Party members playing for the Sydney Mixed Club Frisky, going to club championships in Ohio later this year, but drawing from talent pools all around the city at the moment.
Don with the disc right now. It looks like they had a little bit of a foul, didn't use it. Christopherson to Salisbury, to Davis. Pops it up, has Armstrong. Goes for the second bid, but can't quite get there.
Yeah, it looked like O'Neill was trying to get involved, trying to get some, get it tougher than that, and then definitely bumped into the back of her player. We could hear her apologising from here. So
uncontested foul there from O'Neill.
Yeah, it's not a good one from O'Neill. If she leaves that one and doesn't make that foul, there's a chance that Armstrong might not have caught that disc, but fouled her, and Sandstorm disc on the front of the end zone line. It's great defense being played by Minescu at the front of the end zone.
Dom with the disc. He's definitely going to play some magic here. Christopherson to Armstrong, and she fumbles it in the end zone.
Yeah, just clapping too early. Not able to close her hands around that one, and House Party get another crack at this. O'Neill with the disc. O'Neill finds Gann. Gann's got Epstein out the back, launches it. It's sitting. She's going. She's going. Oh, and doesn't make the bid at it.
I feel if she went for that, she probably might have got the score off that one.
Yeah, well, if she was going to catch it, it was going to be in the end zone, but you got to catch it and count it.
Christopherson with the disc in the center of the field, right at the defensive end zone. Pops it up, has Davis going long, finds her. She's got Armstrong and Salisbury streaking for the end zone. Needs a dump, can't find one. Pops it up, just hoping for the best.
And that one's just sailing over to the break side where nobody is, and looks like there's a stall call. Looks like it'll be a turnover either way. We'll just work out whether it's coming in way deep in the end zone there or in the center of the field. And contested stall, so it'll be a turnover in the end zone there. House Party back on offense. So a few turns each way, but teams still confident in taking these shots. House Party showing a little bit of the athletic edge, but they've got to control it here. Gann finds Day. Day goes to Epstein. Epstein looks off the swing, goes long. Day's on the end of it. Keeps it in the field, but can't grab it. Just look at that. Too many eyes down on the tape and just can't close his hand around the disc.
Both teams making some, I say, simple execution errors. Might just be them settling into this game a bit more, as it's definitely going to be a very hotly contested one. Salisbury to Davis, pops it up. That's got a lot of spice on it though, and sails out just in front of Armstrong. She can't get there.
Yeah, a really difficult one. O'Neill was quite in line behind her. She was a few meters deep of her, but that window to throw into is not very wide. Didn't give him a lot of options as O'Neill finds Day on this close sideline. Day shoots long. That one's in the air, but Gann is underneath it all alone. Davis, the lone defender, and Minescu free in the end zone. Easy goal. House Party 2-0.
That was a great hustle there from Minescu. She had Don on her heels, but her ability to run on this sand, he couldn't keep up. She stretched that distance and just had a very uncontested grab in the end zone there.
Yeah, absolutely. So House Party still able to produce explosive and incredible plays late in a multi-turnover point. It's going to serve them well as this game continues. Off to a nice lead, though. Sandstorm looking to come out with a nice, efficient offense here. They don't want to be settling for grinders for really long points as we come out into our second three-lady point in a row.
Sandstorm putting some height on this line, putting some mongrel in this line. Got Kelly and Teo Brown sitting over there. I think anyone in Frisbee knows Kelly Brown is a bit of a mongrel player. She likes it. She likes it hard. She likes to control the offense. So she'll definitely be looking to do something spectacular to put Sandstorm on the board here.
And that's what they need. So they're coming out a bit flat, but only 9 minutes into this game, things could change. Damiani with the disc. Damiani, no options to start.
Finds Young. Centers to Kelly Brown. Damiani. To Teo. To Kelly. Damiani streaking along, just too far out in front.
Yeah, Brown looked for him. Damiani didn't quite have the legs for that, and that throw was not sitting at all. So House Party going the other way. Chodos picks it up, goes to Connell. Connell holsters. He's got cutters out the back, finds Tamas. Tamas in the middle to Chodos. Chodos, no cutters off the back. Opting for patience here. Lofts one around to Tamas. Tamas with a disc again. Back to Chodos. Finds Connell on the under. He's got Wolf out the back. Elects not to shoot. Artistic fake. Throws it straight to Kelly Brown.
Kelly got a little bit of separation there on Valancourt. Oh,
and Damiani with a great throw puts it up, and Valancourt right behind her is signaling a goal. And they'll talk about whether or not that was in, but it's a great grab, great throw.
It looked like Valancourt initially called that one in, and now there is a bit of a discussion happening. Don't know who is contesting it, or... Yep, it's a goal.
Yeah, it looks pretty good on the replay. And getting a bunch of different perspectives. And
Yep, yes.
And
it's a goal.
It's a goal. Great work.
There we go. Well done, guys.
Thinnest of margins, but Sandstorm on the board. That's 2-1. House Party gave away an opportunity to extend their lead there, but that's all right. Sandstorm really, really having to work for it just to get the one. Damiani to Brown in that back corner of the end zone.
Damiani had Brown streaking deep there for a few sets before he decided to actually put the throw up. Don't know if it made it more difficult for Brown on the receiving end of that, but he certainly threaded it down that sideline and made her work hard for that goal.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of the combination of the wind, which is going right to left on your camera, and as well as Valancourt right behind Brown was just coming at her. So closing out that window, not giving Damiani a lot of space. Damiani, of course, an incredible thrower, able to put it nearly perfectly, but still a challenging throw. So House Party are coached by Brett Latham. Was the coach of the Australian men's World Beach Ultimate Championships team. Came 9th in Royan, so an esteemed beach coach. He's a little bit too injured to be playing, but he's offering his services to House Party. So he's screaming down. Again, elects not to take the shot. Finds Forrest on the under. Forrest flicks one up. O'Neill's there with time. Oh, and a great diving grab. That's a goal. House Party 3-1.
That was an amazing bid. You look at O'Neill as she stands up. She's got hair everywhere. That was a great bid. She was body all out, body on the line. Putting it out there for a team to score.
Nice throw from Forrest. I think he just put that one in the air and hoped it would sit around the end zone. It did, but O'Neill looking every which way before diving in that one. It's really done a number on a top knot, but it's good to see everybody putting their bodies and putting their fashion on the line for these goals here.
House Party showing early dominance on this game.
All right, so House Party scoring efficiently and quickly there off the back of some incredibly athletic plays and some visionary throwing from Martin Forrest. So many Australian representatives across this team. There's House Party that Chodos, Connell, Gann, Forrest, all having played with the men's World Beach team. And a number of these Sandstorm players, significant number having played with the women's or men's Masters teams at the most recent World Beach Ultimate Championship. So a lot of talent out here on the field today, and it's a 3-1 House Party at the moment, so they're looking very strong, but still another half hour to go in this game as Sandstorm get off for a run.
Eldon with the disc, floats a nice backhand out to Rigby, dishes quickly to Christopherson. Back to Don, but he fumbles it, can't quite get the pancake happening. Connell picks it up very quickly, but floats it out too far in front of Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein there making a really good run at that, but just maybe half a step away, and Connell looking to finish super quick. And that's a gift for Sandstorm, really. It
is a gift. They need to get themselves some more chalk on the board. As Dom picks it up and has Christopherson do a very great handler cut for Gaynor to Salisbury. Finds it on the far sideline, pops out the backhand to Rigby, but it's just too much.
Yeah, didn't hold that outside in edge. I think if he was looking to have that one hold the outside in, it would have sailed a little higher and then dropped right in on Rigby as she was running across the front of the end zone, but flattened out and then died a little earlier than he was expecting.
House Party wanting to extend their lead now.
Chodos with a disc. Finds Epstein in the middle. Back to Chodos. No one out the back. Finds Connell in the center. Tamas is taken off it. Connell fakes it off. Goes around. Sees Chodos. Chodos on the far sideline. Taking his time. Finds Day in the center. Day goes wide, but it's high. Tamas, no issue. Floats one out. Connell in the end zone. A lovely hop from the big man. And that's 4-1. House Party looking good.
House Party making those look very easy. They've got a lot of chemistry as a team, know how each other plays, know what each other's going to do, know what each other can throw, and really just working to their strengths there.
Yeah, really nice to see. Just lots of well-initiated flow cuts coming off that. There's a lot of trust in that. You know, the throw goes up to one receiver, and you could see the second or third receiver started moving before they'd caught it. So allows them to initiate early and get into the space they want to be because they know the receiver's going to get that disc and they're going to be able to play from there.
Sandstorm needing to hold on to these discs there on offense. House Party are definitely punishing those turnovers.
Yeah, we'll see how we go from here though. So Sandstorm with another crack at this offense here. As Forrest blades that pull and it looks like it's landed just out of the field and Damiani signaling a brick.
That was a spicy pull. That came in very hot and heavy. And it's gone all the way into the rocks there at the back.
That's all right. Damiani showing not much rush, bringing this disc up, and his team may be thankful for a bit of a leisurely pace here as we're
taking their time, sorting out where the brick mark is.
Coming out in a bit of a split stack here. We've got sort of two handlers behind, two up on the right, and then one far left.
Davis centers through, outstretched. Couldn't get there though. Howden to Manescu, back to Howden.
Oh, to Wolf on the front of the sideline. She put it to Forrest, and Forrest clapped his hands, but all he found was air.
Brown with the disc to Young. Through the inside to Davis. Catches it with her knees.
Doesn't have to be pretty,
Looks
just
for
has to work.
Damiani, can't find him. Puts the big one. But Howden picks it off.
Yeah, Howden had the pace in front of Damiani there, and there was just a lot of time under that disc. Howden taking his time. He's got Forrest on the far side. Looks long. Oh, and a beautiful shot for a goal. That's a connection we've seen many times before. Howden to Forrest. House Party 5-1. Dominant early in the game.
The pace there from Forrest as he took off on that. His steps were phenomenal. Left Brown in his dust, and there was nothing that could be done.
Yeah, sporting a shin pad and orange shock combo today. It's really not slowing down at all. You know, sometimes the box jumps you and other times you jump the box. And now dealing with stitches today, not having much of an impact. 5-1, Sandstorm looking to stabilize here. They really need to get some offensive rhythm behind them.
Seems as if Sandstorm have been trying a few different options. They just went for a 2-3 horror, then they went for a bit of a split stack there. They need to find something that's going to work for them that they can convert from, because at the moment the offensive options that they are taking and trying just aren't seem to be pulling off for them.
Yeah, so I think one of the things that comes with a wealth of experience is a lot of offensive versatility, so they can play a whole bunch of different styles, but in a sort of separate team that's like this, they do need to find something that is going to work for them, that is their style. So it's a bit of two sides of the same coin here. There's Don with the disc, marshalling his offense, and the shot goes. Rigby's underneath this one.
Rigby underneath it.
Oh, and that's a shame. You can see Rigby turned under for one or two steps, just as Don was looking for that shot, and that slowed her down enough to put that too far. Give House Party another shot at this, and they're playing a three handlers back, two cutters. Epstein and Gann underneath, and Connell finds Gann immediately. Gann to Epstein, no one ahead of them. Epstein back to Gann. He's got so many options, floats one out, and Connell, lackadaisical, whimsical, strolling and goaling. That's 6-1 House Party.
I think the youth in this team is definitely showing now. They've just got pace, they've got legs. Looks like the party last night just didn't seem to have quite the same effect on them as it has to Sandstorm.
Yeah, interesting to see him back it up here. I really like that offensive structure that they're playing with 3 players back behind the disc. Just pulls all of the defense away, and so if the 2 cutters, Epstein and Gann, are able to get off some good flow, they've advanced 3-4 passes completely uncontested. All of the defensive players that might have clogged that up or gotten in the way of that were well back in the handler space. So really nice offensive structure from House Party.
If House Party managed to get the D here and convert from that, then they'll be taking out half. So it'll be a nice quick half if that manages to happen, and Sandstorm will be looking to be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Sandstorm already really on the back foot at this point, but if House Party slow the tempo and stop playing well and just sort of drop out of the game late, then there could be room for Sandstorm to punish there, but it's really House Party's games to lose at this point as they brick it yet again. And that one landing on the tape.
Earlier streams, it was interesting to see that, and as of yesterday, a lot of bricking occurred yesterday. Not so much bricking occurred this morning, but the wind appears to be picking up again, and looks like people can't reel in their throws and account for that little bit of wind, and the pools are just getting bricked a bit more at the moment. This comes in with Damiani. He's looking for Christopherson. But as Christopherson turns the back, Damiani threads the inside and it just sails on past him. And House Party trying for half now.
Day with a disc, goes around, finds Forrest in the center there. Forrest puts it at the feet of Manescu, but she'll catch that one. And looks to the end zone and just puts that one out really far in front, and just Wolf unable to run onto that as that one shoots straight out the back.
Sandstorm caught a lucky break there with that one, with House Party just overthrowing their receiver. They're going to get it back on the close end zone line, giving them another opportunity to score and get back in this game.
All right, Sandstorm have been working a lot in a small space, and it's very effective on a grass, particularly if you've got throwers who can make a little dinky pass, but very, very difficult to get open on just 1 or 2 steps in a small space. So let's see if Damiani can stretch the field and look for somebody longer rather than somebody in a small underspace.
Damiani goes crossfield to Young. A lot of players in the one space, not much happening. Dumps back to Damiani. Brown hanging out in the end zone there, which isn't really giving many options. Davis just gets mounted by Manescu. Back to Christopherson, swings to Young on this sideline. She threads it through to Damiani. He wants to put something up, but can't seem to. Christopherson's deep. Oh, he gets a hand to it, but just can't hang on to it.
Yeah, I think that's... JD really had a lot of end zone eyes there. You could see he was looking for that initial flick on those deep cuts and then really turned back into the middle. It would have been really nice to see him just take an easy one to the shot, but he's got eyes for Christopherson in the end zone. And that's just a very challenging catch.
Sandstorm didn't really have a lot of options. They got a dump off, but then they had lots of clogging in their space, which just made it really difficult for them to be moving the disc.
Yeah, House Party off to the races. It was Howden. Forrest unguarded in the end zone there, and that is just off to the races. Classic House Party move, just the speed and acceleration after the turn. Punishing immediately, 7-1. So Sandstorm looking a lot better offensively in this latest point, able to connect a lot more passes with a little more patience, a little less aggressive shot taking, switching the field a lot, but really having to grind for those and not able to get open deep, whereas House Party after transition, immediately long shots, immediately sprinting, and even if the long shot's not taken, it's really opening up space in the unders for their other cutters to come.
House Party just take half there. At the start of this game with the flip, the captain's elected they're going to be taking a break at half or not. I assume with the way that the lines are being set up very quickly that they have elected to not have a break, and they're just going to mirror the starting end zones from the start of the game and then continue playing the second half from there.
Yeah, and we've come out, this is a 3-men point to start the second half. Sandstorm really need a big change up here. Something about the tone of their play has to change. So they've been playing reasonably well defensively. They've gotten a few gifts, but immediately after a transition, they're just really trying to force something hard. And so I think House Party's option taking has been a lot better. I don't think it's a question of throwing skill. And there's a lot of good throwers on both these teams, and I would say that skill-wise, relatively evenly matched, particularly with a lot of experienced throwers on this Sandstorm line. But House Party's option taking is to only be looked for things that are very, very easy and not working in a small margin of error. As that brick sails out, it looked to be a perfect pull. It was a lot of hang time, but just overcooked it.
The wind got right up underneath the bottom of that pool and just sailed it out to the next field as Connell goes and retrieves that one. And again, just looking for the brick mark on the side of the tape.
And they're breaking in here. So it looks like Sandstorm changing up their defense here. Might playing a slightly zoney thing as Valancourt has the disc for House Party. Goes wide to Chodos. Chodos scoops over the top. Connell with the disc in the midfield. Back to Chodos. He is running and racing. Back to Connell. Oh, and Connell with a spicy one. And that is one chili too many as it goes over the head of Gan, who makes a great diving bid at it. Just can't quite snatch that one up.
Uncharacteristic error there from House Party. They have been very consistent about getting those ones and being able to score and convert from that. Definitely wanting to clean that one up.
Yeah, they've been connecting very, very well on their deep shots, and they've been using a lot of floaty ones. So the old beach blade hasn't been come out much this game, and that's one of the things I was hoping that we would not see out of House Party, is a sort of late game step off the pace and let them chill out. We'll see how we go. As Don is bringing the disc in for Sandstorm.
Finds Salisbury. Dumps to Don. Swings to Armstrong. Finds Salisbury. Tries to Salisbury. Overthrows. Brown nearly saves it.
Connell with the disc here. Oh, little Scoob. Finds Chodos back to Connell. He's off and running. Gan again. And there's pick called.
Connell was off to the races there. He was on for a good trot.
Absolutely. Man loves a good trot. He is all power. Again, all finesse. About 5 meters out from the end zone here. Looking to convert nice and quickly. Gan go back to Connell. Switching the end zone defense, but no worries. Connell goes around Gan. Just unguardable. He has shown his class on the world stage many a time and does it again here at National Championships. 8-1 House Party.
Sandstorm just really unable to keep up with the pace of this House Party team. I think they've got slightly more subs and their youth is just showing through, and their legs just seem to be able to cope with the brutality of the sand a bit more.
Yeah, I definitely think the pace is working for this House Party team. I think I've seen them in a number of games across this weekend, and they've been content to play a little bit of a more gentle pace and just sort of doing what they want sometimes. But I think it's been absolutely a great choice by them to just absolutely lift, bring everything they've got early in this game, scream out to a nice lead, and then just sort of, they are comfortable playing at this pace. They've found something that works for them. It's going well. They're just going to keep rolling like this, and Sandstorm unable to accelerate to catch up with them.
Forrest with the pull. Blady rolly pull, fielded by Damiani to not. Damiani, he doesn't really have many options and he's needing something. Outstretched, couldn't quite get there.
Howden picks it up and
Damiani gives him a big strip and says, "Here you go, son, sorry about that."
No worries. Howden maybe trying to break Damiani's knees, but instead just throws an easy goal. Minescu there. Turnover on a backwards dump from Sandstorm. It's not what they're looking for.
House Party played some, especially Laura Minescu played some great dump defense there on Kristen Knott. She was just unable to get free. John Damiani tried to force the throw a little bit, pop it out in front to give her a little bit of something to run onto or bid onto, and just didn't quite execute for them. and they just gave House Party an easy score.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that's really going to put some nails in the coffin for them. I mean, Sandstorm definitely have the veteran experience and the skill level to make a really good run at this game late, but I think this aggressive, intense defense from House Party has really rattled them, and they're just not completing those simple dumps like you'd expect there.
Score is currently 9-1. If Sandstorm aren't careful, House Party is just going to absolutely run away with this game.
Of course, the points cap is 13, so House Party really threatening that. We've still got a decent amount of time left in this game. 15 minutes to go, so Sandstorm need to make a change now. They really get some points on the board and see if they can build some momentum to make a late game push.
Don with the disc to Christopherson. Has Armstrong going deep. He looks it off, dumps to Don. Swings to Davis on the far sideline, dumps back to Dom. Attempts to go down the line to Armstrong, but just pops it up too much and picked off by Forrest.
Yeah, really great play there. Came around the back, saw what was happening, but took his time to make it nice and easy and avoid contact with a pack of people underneath it. It's a great play by Forrest. Connell has the disc. Forrest in the end zone. The shot goes up again. What a man! Plants the foot, keeps himself in. Scores yet another goal for House Party. Martin Forrest with a double happiness, and that is 10-1. House Party.
Sandstorm looking a bit sore as they're coming off the field now. Heads down, definitely be...
As we're rapidly approaching points cap.
Still got about 15 minutes or so left in this game. Sandstorm need to get a bit more chalk on the board, or House Party will definitely points cap them.
Yeah, a few more pebbles in the jar would be good. But Damiani all alone in the back of the end zone.
Brown to Young to Zoc. There's a lot of people in not a lot of space there.
And there's an uncontested strip there.
Good, yeah, good hand singles, Maxi. Good job. Zoc with the disc. Finds Rigby on the under. She looks, she can't see anything. Dumps to Brown. Zoc is going deep, but he gets looked off and it swings to Damiani, but there was a pick call. So the disc will go back to Brown. Brown goes down the line to Young.
Kath O'Neill, the layup block, reading that upline play and just making an incredibly good play. So O'Neill, a premier player, having represented Australia numerous times and drafted into the AUL recently. So she's absolutely an impact player and is going to get used to playing in Queensland. This House Party going the other way. Chodos finds O'Neill, bobbles and catches. O'Neill up the line to Day. Day looking long. Elects not to throw. Ever the disciplined cutter goes around. Finds Chodos. Chodos with the disc. Taking his patience. He dad backhand. Finds Howden. Howden shoots the fat side. He's got options. And Tamas is there. No thanks, Day. It's all Tamas all the time. Max Howden, fat side backhand. That's 11-1 House Party.
That goal could almost be credited to Kath O'Neill there. That was a great D down that line previously. She got full extension, full layout, tipped the disc straight out of the field.
Absolutely. That's a hashtag elite play from our hashtag elite athletes here. Incredible stuff here at the National Championships. So House Party 2 goals away from the game here and really looking for some late spark from Sandstorm. Want to see him change something up and really work out these connections. I've seen them cutting deep a lot, and they've got the throwing skill to make that work, but they're not isolating their cutters in the deep space. They'll often get two cutters going deep, one in the center, and then maybe one under if they're lucky. So I'd like to see a little more timing and isolation in that deep space and see them use their throws to their advantage.
Definitely. We need to see something being changed up here from Sandstorm because currently the scoreboard is reflecting that their current tactics just aren't working.
Connell with a ripper of a pull, dropping that one in just in front of Davis. And that one rolling underneath the tape. Didn't hear him scream trick shots are all the rage, though, so I don't think that'll count.
Sandstorm looking to be employing a side stack here. Salisbury with the first cut. Davis looks him off and swings hard to Roxburgh.
This is a lot better. They're isolating the
Finds
space behind the
Salisbury
disc well.
to Armstrong. Dumps to Don. Has Roxburgh deep. Don puts it up, but he trips over the tape and Gann picks it off.
Oh, it was always going to be a tough matchup, and the tape really not helping. Gann eats that one up, brings up a house party, and shoots a bigger round. Forrest there, and Gann is off to the races. Look at him go. Forrest only has eyes for him.
Look at him float over that sand.
Incredible. When you don't like playing ultimate, just bust out a midpoint sprint set and score some easy goals. That's 12-1 house party.
Bit unfortunate there from Sandstorm. They had the open player deep, and then just the inconsistency in the field tripped over the tape and went down, and it just gave house party the opportunity to bring it back again and take another one.
Yeah, so the Sandstorm offense looked really, really good up until about halfway. They were having a lot of strong, good cuts deep and then able to isolate somebody coming under as a result. Those players are getting free. It was really nice to see, but would have liked to see them continue that even as the space ran out. They're still threatening deep, and, they're clearly showing a willingness to shoot, but they really need to be working those unders as well.
House Party can take out the game here if they're able to convert from a defensive turnover. That would definitely be hurting Sandstorm given the current scoreline. Yeah,
that'd be the game. House Party are knocking on the door here, but in Sandstorm just look a little bit deflated. Look like they almost want this one to be over. So I'd like to see a change out of them here. A goal in this point for Sandstorm. It'd be a big change up. It'd be nice to see them show some offensive discipline and patience, even if they really can't be bothered.
Bricked pool being brought in by Don. Sandstorm electing to stay with the side stack. Hand blocked!
Unbelievable. So that's going to put a real damper on their efforts. Chodos with a big hand. O'Neill with the disc. Immediately looking to shoot. Takes her time. Puts that one out. Oh, there's a defense. Oh, Sandstorm with the block. O'Neill throw down the throwing. And
Don going to be careful on this one. He doesn't want to get hand blocked again. Goes a safe swing to Armstrong. She threads the inside to Salisbury to Young. Oh, goes to give the go to Don, but he goes to turn back. Chodos picks it up quickly.
Takes the inside to Epstein to O'Neill. Looking at a big one. Wolf's in the area, but so is Don. O'Neill just pulling these shots a little bit. They're coming in a little short.
Don goes with the Mac, almost macked it into the hands of Wolf there. He's picked it up. Finds Young in the centre of the field to Salisbury. She looks downfield, hasn't got much. Dumps back to Armstrong. Swings around to Young. Backhand lofty to Armstrong. She puts it straight out, and Day says, "Thank you very much, that's mine."
Oh, Chodos with an unbelievable grab there, but calling himself out, was definitely in contact with the tape when he caught it. So Don will take the disc there, bring it in, and immediately...
Pops the hammer. Oh!
And Brown had been camped out there in the end zone basically the entire point, really waiting for that. And Don happy to oblige with a hammer, but Brown just couldn't reel that one in.
Brown even got some hands to it. Not much more he could have done to try and bring that one down, unfortunately. It's been a long point. Everyone's looking a little bit puffy there.
House Party going to this 3 behind 2 cutters set again. It's been working for them well. Don doing a great job of poaching off. Chodos forced to make a dive and grab. Goes around and strong to Wolf. Wolf goes back in the middle. Epstein with a disc. Looks off the swing to Chodos. Goes wide to O'Neill. Looks inside. Day's there. His cutter's slowing down a little bit. Wolf still with a grab. Patient with the disc here. Goes open side, looks Epstein. Epstein looks forward, sees O'Neill past the bidding
Salisbury
defender.
tried to bid on that one. Oh,
Whoa, Cherdos tips it with his hand and then collects it on the second effort, and that's 13-1 House Party. Looking close to good tight, but House Party just lifting the pace of this game. Sandstorm unable to respond and screaming away.
House Party really asserted their dominance on that game from early on.
Yeah.
Showed there wasn't much that Sandstorm could do to stop their speed, their experience, and their youth, and they just ran away with that one.
Yeah, so House Party still undefeated through this tournament. Sandstorm not able to come away with the W there as we approach the pointy end of this tournament. Only one more game before we reach our semi-finals and finals, so those matchups still to be determined, but House Party in a very, very strong position to book themselves a spot in the semi-final. I've been Rob Swan.
I'm Oakley Rynan.
It's been our pleasure. We'll catch you this afternoon for some more amazing action here at Australian Beach Ultimate Championships.